6 years ago, I had none of this. 6 years later, I have all of this. What's going to happen in the next 6 years? What am I going to do from now until the next 6 years to get to my end goal in 6 years, right? And for me, that's what's goody, Latrell in a hoodie, and welcome to another episode of the Brother Next Door podcast, where we talk about finance, personal development, and skills to get you further in life, the actual steps, and my own personal experiences. In this episode, we're talking about time and change. Time and change. So let's get right into it. Understand time and change go hand in hand. They work together. So it's important that we discuss this because I think we overlook time and change a lot. We just go through life just, going about our business, going about our life, and just not really thinking about how much time we're spending with our loved ones, not thinking about how much time we're spending working on, where we're trying to get to, not thinking about how much time is wasted doing things that aren't leading us to where we want to be. And so that's what I want to really focus on is time as well as change and how they go hand in hand. I want you to understand three things about time. First thing is time is just a unit of measurement. It's neither good nor bad. It's just a unit of saying, okay, yesterday was yesterday, today is today, tomorrow's tomorrow, right? Within, the next 24 hours will be a day. Next 365 days will be a year, so on and so forth. It's just a unit of measurement. And so we shouldn't just take time and say, okay, on this day, January 1st, I'm going to start this New Year's resolution. Understand the difference between December 31st and July 1st. There's not going to be a difference, right? The weather may be different, whatever, but the sun's going to rise and the sun's going to set December 31st as well as January 1st. So there's really no big difference. And I think that's why people don't take New Year's resolutions so seriously, is because they don't feel a physical difference between who they were last year and who they are this year and who they want to become. And so it's crucial that we that we don't rely on a piece of paper. We don't rely on a calendar to determine when we're going to start something or when we're going to end something or when we're going to do something, right? We should just say, hey, I'm tired of this. I'm tired of living in this situation and I want something else. Let's start now. Let's start today and let's take action, right? Or let's plan, let's get a game plan going, all that good stuff. But let's start taking action towards what we desire. Number 2, time allows you to differentiate between what is or what was, what is, and what will become, or what is to come. And so past, present, and future is another way to say it. Understand, you can think of it as, okay, the past 6 years was grueling, was a lot of work, but I got to this point to where now I have a degree and a job and doing all this good stuff, got a podcast. 6 years ago, I had none of this. 6 years later, I have all of this. What's going to happen in the next 6 years? What am I going to do from now until the next 6 years to get to my end goal in 6 years, right? And for me, that's, working on my net worth, growing my net worth. My goal, just being open. I love y'all. My goal is 100K in net worth by 30, right? That's my goal. That's what I want to achieve. And so in order to do that, I know I can't be out here wilding with my money. Can't be out here spending money on whatever. I have to be very diligent, very persistent, and very aware of where I am spending my money. And so understand, yes, that goal is, 6 years, or 5.5 years down the road. But in order to achieve that goal all the way out there, it starts today. And it starts with the habits I start building up today. It's not even, it is the actions, but it starts with the actions of today in order to build that habit of saving, whether it's $100, $200, $300 a month, that turns into $2,000, $3,000 a month into a savings account, into a brokerage account, into whatever type account, into a home, whatever, to eventually get to that point of meeting that goal of $100,000 in net worth by 30 years old. And so, number three, time allows you to believe that since it is free, we can waste it. Understand the most amazing things in life that we have come free. Your brain. Like, think about the amazing superpower, how advanced we are as humans, the amazing superpower we have as a brain, and we don't fully utilize it. We don't fully take advantage of it most of the time. Why? Because it was given to us for free. Same thing with time, is we've been given this amazing time and we don't even know how long we're going to be here. But we've been given this time. And so because we were here yesterday and the day before that, in 10, 20, 30 years, however old you are, we've been given all this time before. We just think, oh, well, today's another day. Tomorrow's going to be another day. Next year's just going to be another year. But understand, we don't know when that end date is. We know that start date. We know where we are now, but we do not know that end date. So we can't be naive and just think that we just have all this time in the world to just do whatever and just say, oh, it'll get done tomorrow. Oh, I'll just take care of it tomorrow. You don't even know if you're going to be here tomorrow, let alone be able to take care of what you want to take care of tomorrow. So don't allow the fact that you've had all this time prior influence you into believing that you're going to have, infinite amount of time in the future, because it is limited. You are limited on how much time you have left. So it's best that you utilize that time very wisely. The three things about change I want you guys to be aware of. Number one, change will expose how you handle the unknown. It's going to expose you. I'm going to be the first to tell you. Change is going to expose you. So if you're the type, you're that one coworker where they announce something and then you the first to just go off and, oh, I hate this, I hate that. Why are they doing this? Why are they doing that? Nobody wants to be around somebody always complaining, right? But also in your personal life, not even just talking about work and school and all that stuff, but in your personal life, things in your personal life, things around you, people around you are going to change. So it's important that you handle that change well and be able to adapt to that change well. That way you're able to move forward and live a better life, right? Be able to adjust and live a better life from those changes. Next, change gives you the opportunity to develop yourself. Understand this week we had a problem in the plant. Our most important machine, one of our most important machines went down. So literally the entire week, Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 4 p.m., I was stuck same exact machine all week long. And it was very draining. It was mentally exhausting being on that one machine and we were making progress. We were doing good, but eventually we just had to order another part for that machine. And now it's going to come in Monday. And then we get to start the whole process all over again. If that drive doesn't work, but hopefully it does work, then, that headache is over. If not, that's where I'll be. Monday is continuing to work on that machine and trying to solve that problem. But the point of me saying that is that change, right, is, hey, man, I'm trying to show up to work. If a problem or two arises, cool, we'll work through it, figure it out, cool. That was the normal for the past year and a half, was a problem arises. And honestly, with me going to school, it was like I'd be there for the problem. Then I go off to school, they figure out the problem, and they let me know, hey, this is what we did, blah, blah, blah. And that was my normal. But now with the change of me working full time and being there full time and not having to escape, now I'm there for it all, every last bit of it until 4 p.m. And I even went to 4:30 sometimes this week. But with this new change, it's like, okay, I can't just run away from my problems or run away from the plant's problems anymore. Now I have to face them head first. Yes, I do have help. Yes, I do have two other engineers and maintenance and all these different people. And, we got outside help to come in and look at the programs and all that good stuff. Yes, there are multiple heads looking at this problem, but I can't just sink back and just run away, right? I can't just sink back and say, oop, deuces, I'm off to school. Good luck. That's not my reality anymore. A change has happened, and now I'm in the middle of it as well. And so now I'm spending time learning about drives. I'm spending time learning about DC motors. I'm spending time trying to figure out how I can best support the team, how I can best contribute to this team and not just, sit there just staring while everybody else is trying to come up with solutions, right? And so I'm learning a ton about drives and motors and just the machine itself and how it works and all the components and what the components are called and all these different things along the way. That way, hopefully I can assist, whether it's, next Monday or whether it's next time the machine goes down or, a couple years down the road where one of the engineers or both engineers aren't there and it's just me. And then it's like, okay, now it's time for me to step up and be able to solve this problem, with the help that I have available to me. And so with this change, I'm now able to, take responsibility for one day they might not be there. And it's going to be on me to solve this problem. And so I should take advantage of being a student in this case and learn as much as I can from these people that have been doing it for tens upon tens of years and just soak in as much knowledge as I can. That way I'm able to, be able to reflect back on the situation and be able to possibly solve other problems in other areas of the plants based off the information I got from this one situation. Third, and most important, change is inevitable. Now, you can invoke change, or change is just going to happen. Change is going to happen regardless of you. You could be a hermit, live in your house all your life. Change is going to happen. Something's going to happen. Something's going to break in the house. A large storm's going to come. Whatever the case may be, change is going to happen. You're going to get older. That's change. Change is inevitable. And so that's why it's important to just embrace it now. Whether you like the change or don't like the change, embrace it now and learn how to work through it now. That way, when bigger things in life happen, when bigger changes come, you're better equipped to be able to handle those changes. Understand, in order to manage your time and change, you need to have a plan. When you have a plan, you start to use time you have in order to control some of the changes in your life. Now, understand, you can't control all changes. That's not realistic. You can't control all changes, but you're able to go into a direction that you want to go with your life. When you start to use time to develop a plan and then act on that plan and then start heading in the direction you desire to go. Understand, I'm going to put up Ray Dalio's 5 steps to success. One is goals. You got to have goals. You got to know where you're headed. You got to know where you're aiming. Have a goal. Step 2, problems are going to arise. This is that change. This is that, these are the variables that come along with it. You need to diagnose these problems. So now you have problems. Okay, cool. Complain to your mama, complain to your boyfriend, girlfriend, complain to whoever you want to complain to. But after you're done complaining, right, then get to the whiteboard and start diagnosing. Okay, why did this problem arise? What is this problem that has arisen? What is the root of it? Why did it arise? And how are we going to go about solving this issue? And so now solving this issue is number 4, the design aspect. So now let's design based off the problems that have arisen so far. Let's design a solution to them and how to avoid other problems that may arise. Out of that problem, you might be able to think of other problems that might arise along the way as well. And so, this came up, then it's like, Well, that might come up too. Okay, let's be able, let's set up something to be able to avoid that from happening as well. And so now you're able to fast forward your momentum, be able to gain momentum a lot faster because you're able to not only solve the problems that have come, but be able to predict other problems that may come as well. And then the last step number 5, is doing. Actually taking action on your plan, right? And doing it. Now, understand this is a loop. So understand once you start doing and you start making progress and you get out of that little circle, that little dip, another problem is going to arise and another dip is going to happen. And so it's going to be up to you to do the same thing, diagnose, design, and start doing again. So that's really what I wanted to talk about today is time and change. Not a lot of people talk about it. I know I talk about it a decent amount on my podcast, but I really wanted to go deep into it and really give you these 3 things each for time and change. I hope you taking these nuggets. I hope you running with them. I hope you guys are enjoying the episode. Donate to the podcast, $10 every single month. Give the brother, help a brother out. Special, I greatly appreciate it. I hope y'all liking this angle. Now, this week, we got a new lens on it. So I think we're extra crispy now. You feel me? We're extra crispy. So I hope y'all are enjoying the content. I hope you guys are enjoying the value. And I hope to see you guys next week. Y'all take it easy. Peace.